It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, the Clippers will be going up against Orlando. So for
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. Last outing for Orlando, they won that game against the Timberwolves. And guys, it could have gone either way. Nearly won that one by 2.
Yeah, just a terrific display of shooting, focused on taking shots that the offense was designed to create.
Now, so many good things can happen for you when you just take your time and get to the spots on the floor where you have tremendous confidence.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Orlando, Nowitzki is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Bellinelli in at the 2. Coming down the stretch of the season, Brent, some teams have fallen out of contention. It must be hard for them to stay engaged when they know they're not going any further.
I don't think it's hard if you have the right player on your team, though. There's still got to be an approach of professionalism that starts with the way the coach conducts himself. Continue to practice, continue to work, continue to draw out the best play from the veterans, but also the opportunity for the young guys to maybe play some minutes late in the season. So this is a lot about the character of your ball club that we're going to see here tonight when the team is struggling and not going to participate.
I would think these young players would just gobble up that opportunity too and just really relish the fact that they want to start seeing some creditable minutes.
Yeah, if you've put in a lot of work for 6 months and not seen the floor, you want to go out there and show the coaches that some of that work has paid off and you're going to approach the game the right way. So the opportunity is right in front of them here.
Here's Anaheim. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we were able to talk with Steve Clifford. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Good work, David. Thank you. It sounds like defense is going to be the key for them today.
And it usually is. They try to use their D to make life miserable for every opponent they play.
And sometimes it's not just about one player. For them, it's about a complete defensive effort. In the paint, on the perimeter, in transition, they've got to be all over the place.
Now, here's Rubio after the miss from Jakob Poeltl. Parsons against Gallinari. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires, drills the three-pointer. Nowitzki's got 6.
And Nowitzki is one of the deadliest shooters of all time. Every time he lets it go from deep, you just get the feeling it's going in.
Now here is Poeltl. Doncic passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here is Rubio. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota. Nowitzki dishes to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Got a hand on it.
Wonderful anticipation from Poeltl on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. On the wing, Bellinelli. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Seven seconds left in the first. Here's Gallinari. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 5. And back with... Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki.
Makes you reflect, from milestones.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and draining buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
So far, they've been active scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
They've got Jackson. Doncic out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Home in the paint. And for Orlando, they've got Ivica Zubac. Nowitzki is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Bellinelli in at the shooting guard. And Marco Bellinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. A very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
And Rubio kicks to Nowitzki. Over Jackson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's 10 points for Nowitzki. Anaheim leading by 4. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. The Magic trail by 6. And Rubio kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Rubio. Feeds to Nowitzki. Doncic with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Gallinari leading the charge.
Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Zubac kicks to Parsons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Good on both. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. Rubio taking his time here. Pass to Nowitzki. Parsons outside. Rubio outside. Gallinari with the steal.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal. And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Rubio outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Pirtle pulls it down. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Respecting the effort from...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Checking out Anaheim. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free.
And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Gallinari is out there with Jackson. Then there's Pirtle. Then there's Doncic. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. The 3. No good on the shot.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Doncic with it. He has 5. Gallinari passes to Doncic. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner 3. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner 3.
Down low. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Bellinelli finds Zubac. Parsons looking it over. Over Jackson. Off the left rim and out. Anaheim leading by 9. Gallinari outside. The dish now to Doncic. Back to Gallinari. Outside for Jackson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Rubio.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
1:32 left in the third quarter of the game. Nowitzki for 3. They get the rebound. Zubac the best to Nowitzki. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And Nowitzki is a lethal scorer. Feels like he can knock down any shot on the court.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good work there as it goes.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Bellinelli passes to Zubac. Parsons outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Parsons got his first 3 points of the game.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Inside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Anaheim shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76. And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bellinelli against Gallinari. Over in the corner, Doncic. And it's good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Here's Rubio. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the... Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Let's get this pace back up.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Magic trail by 7. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got Ricky Rubio. Chandler Parsons out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Bellinelli in at the 2. Gallinari left side. And Anaheim tacks on 2 more.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Rubio outside. The pass to Bellinelli. 5 on the clock. Shoots. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Magic. Down by 12. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They have so many great point guards in the league right now. Brent, which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but 2 of my favorites to watch.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Doncic kicks to Jackson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Rubio. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gallinari's got 5 points in the quarter.
Gallo tonight really thinking his game and knocking down a lot of shots.
Pass to Nowitzki. Pass to Parsons. Bellinelli with the 3. Here's Zubac. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Pass to Gallinari. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly.
Now, here's Rubio. He's covered closely. Kicks it to Nowitzki. 3-pointer. That's tipped. Here's Anaheim. They're on a 12-4 run.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Gallinari.
And he was remarkable. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. Any matchup he had tonight, it felt like he was going to dominate.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Magic.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
Nowitzki for three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's Anaheim picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a...
Paint dripping, turn your neck and your dame missing. Me and Slim, we ain't tripping, I'm figure flipping.